Colonel Promotable Charles T. Jones, Deputy Adjutant General, Kentucky Army National Guard. Major Jacob McKinney, Education Officer, Kentucky National Guard. Captain Van Sickle, Adjutant General's Office. Mr. Freddie Maggard, Community Relations Liaison, Kentucky National Guard. And Operation Unite Coalition Coordinator, Tom Bacchini. Please give him a round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen, the Director of the Appalachian Challenge Academy, Josh Coldiron.
Thank you. Good evening. As Director of the Appalachian Challenge Academy, I would like to thank everyone for joining us today to recognize the accomplishments of the young men and women before me. I would also like to recognize, joining me on the stage today, Major General Edward W. Tonini, Adjutant General, Kentucky National Guard. Lieutenant Colonel Ralph Souleray, a member of the Board of Directors, Kentucky Youth Challenge Foundation. Ms. Brittany Blair, Deputy Director, Appalachian Challenge. And First Sergeant Gary Lee, Commandant, Appalachian Challenge. Additionally, I would like to recognize the staff of the Appalachian Challenge Academy. I ask that you please stand and everyone join me in showing our appreciation for the great staff. I'm proud of the hard work, dedication, and determination that each cadet has shown over the last 22 weeks. They have built a strong foundation for future success. To begin our program, I would like to recognize the Appalachian Challenge Academy Class 5 President, Cadet Christian Legg, for the Class 5 comments.
Good evening, everyone. Everything that you do in life leads you to a certain point. Call it what you will: fate, destiny, luck, or chance. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And everything that you do today will determine what you are faced with tomorrow. Now granted, in life some of us are knocked down far more than the next. And we are faced with what we believe at times to be unsurpassable obstacles that would in most cases cause one to lose hope, to lose that drive, that sense of purpose. I am here to say that the measure of a man is not determined by the adversity with which he is faced, but rather by how he chooses to react to that adversity. Not by how many times you are knocked into the dirt, but with what intensity that you choose to get back to your feet. No matter what environment you originate from, whether it be the skyscrapers of the metropolis, the winding roads of Baptist Hollow, or small town USA, we all have common goals, and we are all faced with obstacles in some way, shape, or form. We all have a path to take to make it to a successful future, and not all of us were on that path when we came to the Appalachian Challenge Academy. Today's date is December 12th, the year 2014. 153 days ago, I walked into that building, leaving behind everything I was accustomed to when I said my goodbyes and walked through those black double doors. The same can be said for each and every one of your cadets. Now there is a relative or a friend out there now telling themselves, oh, well, I can do it, or they act like 5 months is a big deal. Do not fail to remember the fact that while you are at home sitting on the couch watching a soap, at work watching the clock, laying younger children down to sleep at night, or smacking on a Big Mac at a red light, that your cadet was right there. He or she was standing in formation with a walk sitting on their face, partaking in physical training that many of you couldn't complete, or eating the somewhat less appetizing food that Michelle Obama was happy to regulate for us. Yes, I agree that 5 months isn't a big deal at all as opposed to the rest of your life. However, that 5 months wasn't spent at home with my little brothers, playing at the park, or watching them sprout like weeds, and one whose 2-year-old birthday I missed. or the other who was 5 days old when I came to the academy. I didn't spend these last 5 months holding a girlfriend's hand at the movie theater, or waking up to the sunshine peeking through the Venetian blinds and a toddler's finger crammed knuckle deep into my left nostril, courtesy of this woman's and 2-year-old. We were getting up before the crack of dawn. We were having to fight each other to get a spot in front of the sink to brush our teeth and shave so that we could pass open range inspections, mopping the floors and getting things accomplished. We were standing in the cold fog of the morning, or sweating profusely in the sun wearing our Army combat uniform. We were suffering through group punishments because we were drilled with the ideal that when one man falls, each and every one of his comrades pick him back up. We were taught to be a team and nothing less because, as we all know, you are only as strong as your weakest link. So before any of you tell yourself, well, I can do it, I ask that you go home tonight and have your cadet give you a hands-on education in regards to the terms muscle failure, salute the troops, pillow PT, duck walks, hello dollies, and the hot dogs. I've told myself on many occasions that I hardly ever made a better mistake than the one I made when I decided to come to the Appalachian China Academy. This has been by far one of the most advantageous periods of my life. Because of this academy, avenues are accessible to me now that I have dismissed all thought of pursuing. I have accomplished so much in such a short period of time that it hardly seems possible. This cycle seems to have passed by so fast, yet so antagonizingly slow all the same. Since day one, we have argued, bickered, insulted, and even fought each other. At the same time, we have been another's crutch. We have assisted one another on a journey, one that many wouldn't be capable of completing, and one that many weren't. We've gone from being mere acquaintances and oftentimes enemies to being teammates, and furthermore, brothers. There has been sweat and blood, there have been laughs, and from some there have been tears. We all made vast improvements on the people that we are, and nobody can take that from us. I seem to remember one instance early in the cycle where we were all just having the worst day of math. We kept getting punished for each other's mistakes, we couldn't get anything right, and on top of it all, nobody was willing to take responsibility. We all wanted to blame the man next to us. You can almost taste the mutual hatred that we shared for each other floating on the air that day. It was nearly tangible. We were told this: you argue now, you hate each other. Just remember that the man next to you is going to be your friend soon. Because in the end, nobody else is going to know what it's like. They may have an idea, but nobody is going to know what you went through except for the man to your left and to your right. That idea has stuck with me for all of us. Today is the day that has long been awaited. We will all make the transition back to our everyday lives. Tonight, you will go home. You will be indulging in the profound comfort that our soft and warm beds seem to provide during these colder months such as this one. You will think back on all of this as you lie there in silence. Those first few weeks, the classroom, the trips, the community service, this morning, the laughs, the good and the bad, and you will smile. One, because we don't have to look at each other's ugly mugs anymore. But also because you have accomplished something big. Not very many people can say that. Above all, no matter where you go in life, whether it be the fast food chain down the street or the White House, always remember that anything can be taken from you. Your money, your home, your car, all of your family, and even your pet rock if you've got it. The only thing that can never be taken from you in life is the person that you choose to be. So for your own sake, for the sake of those around you, and for the sake of the nation, since we are all the next generation of Americans, be the best that you can be, even if nobody is watching. Take pride in yourself and all that you do. Put forth your best effort no matter what is thrown at you. Each and every one of you is capable. Don't ever let somebody tell you otherwise.